What's going on, Fraining Nation? I'm Hunter Jensen.
And I'm Alex Sandstrom.
And this is SFHS Today. In world news, controversial social media influencer Andrew Tate's 7 houses were searched by Romanian authorities amongst trafficking allegations. Tate and his brother remain in custody in Romania, accused of human trafficking, according to Daily Mail.
In national news, Bill safety Damar Hamlin was discharged from the hospital in Buffalo after 9 days due to cardiac arrest on the field, according to ESPN.
In school news, policy debaters Jack Humphrey and Rowan Anderson, along with Lincoln Douglas debater Tegan Harmon, are going to state.
So our resolution is justice requires open borders for human migration. So it is the first in-person state qualifier in 3 years. And with that, it is a state qualifier, so it was pretty exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time.
So this year, the topic chosen by the NSDA is the resolution as follows. The United States federal government substantially increase its security cooperation with NATO over one of the following areas: AI, biotech, or cybersecurity.
Yeah, we are one of 5 teams who are in Section 5. And so it was like a much smaller pool, and so we were debating against some people who we don't debate against very frequently.
How did you prepare for this tournament?
Yeah, so first I started by researching the topic and truly getting to know like its ins and outs. And then I found things that I found really convincing for either side of the flow, and then I built my cases.
For sections, we prepared, I know that at least I got a new affirmative case, so I had to make sure that I had that down in 8 minutes, because you try to pack in as much information as you can within 8 minutes.
And we have practices most days a week, so that's what we work on in those times.
I graduated in 2021, and I went to state and nationals for debate that year as well. It was definitely a unique experience. Even though nationals was scheduled to be in person, it got moved online. It was a lot of Zoom calls, and being on the computer is really different because I was debating in my bedroom, which I definitely wasn't used to doing before. I'm glad that this year's participants for state and everything get to have a different experience, and it'll be their own unique experience. Congratulations to the participants this year. I think that'll be really exciting for them, and debate's a really good experience, and I think everybody should cherish the moments they're in debate because it's over before you know it.
In more school news, class registrations were due last Friday the 13th.
How did you come up with the new process for the high school elective open house?
So we wanted students to be able to go visit and ask questions about different elective offerings. And we knew they probably wouldn't come outside of the school day, so we developed a plan to make that happen within the school day.
What improvements do you think this will make?
Well, students were given an opportunity to meet with and ask questions of teachers that teach the classes. So maybe they weren't sure if they wanted to take a class, but they were able to ask those questions, and then hopefully they register for them.
What year do you guys graduate?
I graduate in 2024.
I also graduate in 2024.
Graduating 2025.
What classes are you interested in taking next year?
I'm really interested in taking sociology and psychology.
I want to take AP European History.
I want to take media.
Classes that I hope to take for junior year would be some painting, drawing classes, definitely continue band, that's for sure.
Do you think it will be a reoccurring event?
Absolutely. I think we had a lot of students going around asking questions, getting their sheet stamped, and hopefully in turn registering for something that they may not have thought of prior to this event.
As of right now, is there anything you noticed that you think you would change for next year?
So the peer leaders will meet this month and get some feedback from their groups on what may be needed to change or tweaked in the future. Maybe the timing and maybe the document, I'm not sure, or we probably could get some feedback from students as well that would help with this. But none of that will happen until after we meet with that group and kind of determine what we need to do moving forward. But I do see us doing this again for future years.
While the seniors played volleyball in the gym,
Yeah, that was a good time. Our team was pretty good.
Speaking of sports ball, let's spike it to Brooke and Mac and Cheese and sports news.
Hey, Saints, I'm Brooke McDaniel.
And I'm Michaela Rothbauer.
And this is Sports. In national sports news, Georgia beat TCU in the championship game last week, winning 65-7.
The girls basketball team got their first win of the season against North Branch last week, 58-48. They play away at Princeton tonight.
The boys basketball team is at home tonight for their game against Princeton. There's a doubleheader on Thursday against Monticello. Girls varsity starts at 5:30 and the boys start at 7.
Boys hockey is a game tonight at Monticello and away at Proctor on Thursday. Girls hockey is away games tonight, Thursday, and Friday.
The wrestling team competes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week.
Gymnastics has a meet tomorrow at Princeton and at home against North Branch on Thursday. Both start at 6.
This week, dance team has 2 spotlight dancers. Reporters went out to talk to Jaden Tucker and Claire Hoffman.
What's it like being an 8th grader on double varsity?
Stressful because there's a lot of pressure to be like the older girls. It was definitely challenging at first, but having the older girls to look up to made practice like really fun.
Before we go, let's go to Carter and Cam to see what ice fishing is all about.
Hey, Ethan here. Out here on Rush Lake. We're fishing for crappie right now.
What's your favorite part about fishing?
Probably the camaraderie. A Vexilar is a device that uses sonar to detect fish, so you can catch them.
That's all we have this week.
Now back to Hunter and Alec.
Before we go, Kayla, Kylie, and Brooke got our RQT about what people are looking forward to in 2023.
It's the random question thing. Ding. What are you guys most excited for in 2023?
I'm excited for the Kids Pop album dropping January 20th.
Nah, I'm gonna go see Little Mermaid dropping May 26th.
I'm most excited to get married.
To get better grades, to be honest. Yeah.
I'm excited to have strength with Will.
I'm excited for my trip out to Colorado during the end of third try, go dirt biking out in the desert.
I turned 16 here pretty quickly, so I'm excited to drive, and the fact that I can drive a dragster here, and I get to go 200 miles an hour.
Softball.
That's all we have for this week.
Stay silly, Saints.